my name is Miss N. Welcome to Miss N's classroom. Tonight I am going to go back and reread the book Hooway for Wodney Wat. Hooway for Wodney Wat was written in 1999 by Helen Lester and illustrated by Lynn Munsinger. For Wodney Wat, his real name was Rodney Rat. He couldn't pronounce his R's. To make matters worse, he was a rodent. A rodent. "What's your name, Wodney?" asked the other rodent. "Wodney Wat," whispered Wodney. "What's another name for bunny?" they asked knowingly. "Wabbit," he mumbled. "And how does a train travel?" They winked at each other. "A twain travels on twain tracks," Wodney replied miserably. All the children are laughing. Not very nice, is it? All of this teasing day in and day out made Wodney the shyest rodent in his elementary school. His squeak could barely be heard in class. He gnawed lunch alone, and while the other rodents scurried and scooted about at recess, Wodney hid inside his jacket. Then one day, as the rodents were taking turns doing wheelies, a new rodent, a very large rodent, barged into the classroom and announced, "My name is Camilla Capybara. I'm bigger than any of you, I'm meaner than any of you, and I'm smarter than any of you." Then she added, "So there." With that, she accidentally, on purpose, elbowed an ear, bumped two noses, stepped on three tails, and lay down on a desk. Fur prickled in fear through the classroom. She sure was bigger than any of them. She sure looked meaner than any of them. Was she smarter than any of them? "What's 2 plus 2? asked Miss Fuzzleworth. "4!" shouted Camilla Capybara, without even bothering to raise her paw. "And furthermore, 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 8 is 16, and 243 plus 125 is 368. Later, when Miss Fuzzleworth asked, "What's the capital of?" Camilla interrupted. "New York, Albany, population 295,594. And during science, in answer to the question, "What part of the planet is below the ground?" Camilla Capybara danced on her desk and sang, "Root, root, root, toot, toot." Yup, thought all the other rodents. She's smarter than we are too. They felt very, very uncomfortable. Every afternoon, just before the final recess, Miss Fuzzleworth drew a name from her hat to see who would be the leader for their favorite game, Simon Says. She scrunched her eyes closed and jiggled the hat. Would it be Hairy Hamster, Mini Feet Mouse, Grizzle Frizz Guinea Pig? Could it be Big, Mean, Smart Camilla Capybara? Miss Fuzzleworth's paw reached in and pulled out the name of Wodney Wat. The bell rang. There was a wild scurry for the door, and Camilla Capybara was the first on the playground, having trampled the others in her path. To Wodney, she looked especially scary. What would she do when she heard him feet, breathe capybara breath in his face, or tie him up in his own tail, or even pounce on him? The tiny, trembling leader of the game stood before the eager player, his head well inside his jacket, and squeaked, Wodney says, "Read the sign," while the other rodents read, PS 142, Elementary School for Rodents. Camilla began pulling up weeds around the sign and wildly flinging them hither and yon till she was clear up to her teeth in dirt. The other rodents began to smile. Wodney says, "Wrap your paws around your head." He peeked a little peek out of his jacket, saw whap, whap, whappity slappity whap. Camilla was whapping her paws around her head so hard she became dizzy, gave herself a headache, and had to sit down. The other rodents couldn't help giggling. Wodney says, "Play wing around the rosy." Camilla put out her arms like wings and made an airplane noise. But where was the rosy? What was a rosy? By now, Wodney's voice was stronger and his head was entirely out of his jacket. "Wake the leaves!" Nobody moved. Wodney says, "Wake the leaves!" While Harry, Minifeet, and Grizzlefizz and the others busied themselves raking, Camilla Capybara grabbed one leaf. "Wake up!" she yelled. She snatched another. "Come on, you! Up! Up! Up!" And another. "Rise and shine!" And another. "Boo!" By now, all the other rodents were squealing with laughter, all but Camilla, who frowned. "Stupid leaves, they won't wake up." And why was everyone laughing at her? Such bullies. In a voice so strong he had to hold his own ears, Wodney called. Wodney says, "Go west." The rodents collapsed in a happy heap for a rest. Go west. Camilla Capybara, feeling very smart that she could tell directions by the sun, said, "All right, I shall go west." And then she added, "So there." West she stopped. Forever she was gone. And from that day on, the pupils of PS 142 Elementary School for Rodents never teased Wodney again. He was their hero. "Hooway for Wodney Wat!" they cried. What? Woodity tut tut. There were a couple main reasons why I chose the book Hooway for Wodney Wat to read to you in this storytelling session. First of all, the book teaches its readers about bullying versus anti-bullying and how to be nice to your fellow classmates and just have respect for others in general. And also, I have a friend from one of my jobs who is from another country, and she spoke another language before learning how to speak English. She told me the other day that she really likes my concept for Miss Hunn's classroom and thought it would be a very nice suggestion for me to focus on helping non-English speakers or intermediate English speakers learn how to speak English more proficiently. This book is an excellent example of teaching non-English, early English speakers how to speak proper English, being that Rodney or Wodney had a hard time pronouncing his R's. Not that you might have a hard time with your R's, but you may have a hard time saying other letters or other sounds, so I thought this would be a wonderful example to show you that it's okay to struggle with learning how to speak English. Rodney spoke English, but he was a young boy still learning how to speak. I don't want you to feel like you're alone, because you're not. And it's not just people from other places, it's just anybody in general. When I was younger, truth be told, I also had to see a speech therapist for a while when I was in elementary school, because I had trouble with pronouncing certain sounds. I forget which. And I think it was because I came from a family where one of my parents was from another country and he spoke another language primarily, and he taught himself how to speak English after he moved here to the United States of America. Since my father had a very strong accent, even though I was born here in America, from what I believe, my environment conditioned me to have a slight speech impediment. That's the only excuse that I can come up for why I have a hard time sometimes. But don't feel alone. It's okay. The more you practice reading, the better you will become at speaking English if you want to learn English. By me reading this book helps me. And if you were to read more often, you might learn too. If you need somebody with you for support and or to help you with pronouncing certain words, that would be wonderful. If you have somebody, if you know me and you're trying to learn how to read English, feel free to ask me. I'm willing to help you. That's why I'm here. If you would like me to help you, just leave me a comment. I will continue making my storytelling videos, help you with your English, or just to entertain you, whatever your reasoning is for watching my videos. I'm just so happy and thankful that you do. Thank you again for tuning in to Miss N's Classroom. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care and have a great night. Bye.